The singer David has now been conclusively linked to the teenager found in his Tesla, and authorities are continuing their investigation into David as several leads and new evidence have emerged in connection with the teenage girl. Okay? Now, you all, they have continued to piece together more and more evidence concerning the singer David's connection with this teenager. And it does not look good. And I know that people are looking at this 20-year-old, okay? David is 20 years old. And they are saying that, his music even tells about what he is thinking, okay? In other words, as the title says, his music exposes his mindset. Okay? Do you all know that he made a song about this young lady, okay? Called Celeste. And the lyrics are just baffling and really reveals a whole lot about this boy, okay? Now, People Magazine has done a thorough, awesome report about this. In a statement to People on Thursday, a spokesperson for the Los Angeles Department said that detectives from the division served a search warrant to a local address in connection with the teenage girl, okay? This 15-year-old was reported missing for almost a year now. And now this is how she is found in a Tesla, in the trunk of a Tesla on September 8th. That, of course, was registered to David. Yes. Now, his real name, they say, is David Anthony Burke. And y'all, his music, they say they're piecing together more and more evidence, more and more clues, but y'all, his music is right there. His music says it all. You all, his music says it all. He has something out called Romantic You Know What. And that is nothing romantic, to have someone be found like this in the trunk of his car. Okay? The authorities investigated the impounded vehicle. Okay? It had been sitting on the street, and look, someone called in a tip. And they also said several items of evidence were recovered and will also be analyzed by the detectives in the coming days. They are following up on several leads, okay? They said the teenager Celeste was first reported missing on April 5th, 2024. And they have not yet disclosed further information about her because it is just too much, you all. Now, the connection is the music. And we see that in a lot of artists and what they do. We see it with the rappers and how they just put everything in their music. So much so that even that last case that we've all witnessed, the Young Thug case, they were examining his music. They used his music as part of the entire trial. So this is another case. It's like, I know you all are coming up with more and more evidence and more and more clues connecting David with Celeste, but it's all in his music as well, okay? Look at his music, listen to his music just as you did in that Young Thug case. And it's all there. And you know, it's very, very bad because in one stance, he says, in the back of his mind, now this is David's music, he says, in the back of his mind, she D, okay? And he didn't even cry. No, not a single tear. And he said, he is done with waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive. Now that indicating that she can't arrive because she's no longer here, okay? He later adds within that same song, in the back of his mind, he unalived her, okay? And he didn't even regret it. He can't believe he said it. Another lyrics, but it's true. Do I love you? He says, no, I hate you. Okay? Now, he himself, in another one of his appearances, explained the meaning behind the lyrics. And y'all, it goes without saying that these people, these artists, these young artists are coming on the scene without any type of home training. Meaning, okay, the training that the word says to train up your child in the way he should go. And when he's older, he will not depart from it. Look, we've got to see the truth of all that is going on in this world. And people are so far removed from the Creator until they are lost. They are totally confused. They are totally off in so many ways. And y'all, it is time to recognize the truth of all of this. The truth of all of this. Humans need to know their Creator, because it is He that have created you and not you yourselves. These young people are lost. They are doing whatever foolish thing that comes to their mind. And we know that it has been a great disconnect from the Creator for so many people. And this 20-year-old singer is crying out continually for his Creator. And now, you know, it is so much more to be said about what's going to prevail in this case. And what is going to prevail is truth. And that is the power of it all. Because what does he say? He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And that's the only thing that's going to win out in what is happening in our world today. The truth that you all should know your Creator. The truth that His kingdom is the only kingdom that matters. You know, this investigation is showing so much about the state of so many people's mind. And as many as you know, Celeste was 13 years old when she went missing. And they are making connections to David even before that time, that he knew her, before she was even reported missing. And y'all, this is just something to really look at and start to really pray for, not only our young people, but all of the artists in the industry, and pray that their eyes be open to the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.